I hope you guys be better than me. Be better. Take a break. Be upfront. It's your boy, Hammer Tank. I keep changing my name. It's Victor. What's going on? Um, I'm gonna do something most people don't do or they should do in real life. Admit they made a mistake and admit there's that there was an overreaction on my part. My wife and I went to Istanbul. We just got back yesterday. And when I was in Istanbul, the area we were at was not very touristy. It was a very like non-touristy area because we went for an adjustment for my wife. And with that being said, we end up staying at the hotel very often. And I was able to go through a lot of my content and go through a lot of what I was going through with Overwatch. And I don't like. Let me come in really close with you guys. I'm gonna be really upfront with you. There's no script, there's no anything. I made a mistake with Overwatch. I went through my last. I want to word it. There's gonna be a lot of breaks between my speaking, so please bear with me. I don't like the direction that Overwatch went in terms of my YouTube and Twitch. There's a real issue of like the game is amazing. It's a good game. I don't want the impression I left to anyone's mouth or anyone else was it wasn't fun. The thing was the reason why I left Overwatch to begin with was because of the toxicity. It had nothing to do with Blizzard or the game itself. The game itself could use adjustments like anything, like any game. It could use an adjustment. It could always use community feedback on making things better for tanking, for healing, for DPS. Those are constructive criticisms I have about the game, but the reason why I left competitive for over a month was because of toxicity from other players, or toxicity from DPS to be exact, at tank players, because the disparity was so huge. 10% of DPS is very, very awesome and amazing to be around, but 90% is really checked out. And I feel like that did a real number on me for a while, because I've been playing the game for 10 years almost. And with all that being said, there's more good at Overwatch than bad, to be really honest, because I gave it 10 years of my life. Like I said, I began playing Overwatch when I was 21 or 22. I'm 31 now. Like, it's been a while, and I want my YouTube, my Twitch to have a sense of direction. Being a tank, that's my specialty. And with Warcraft coming up, League of Legends and Marvel Rivals are my next ones that I'm lined up, and CSGO and multiple other games. But I'm gonna make a return and pick up my hammer and come back into competitive. For me, it's gonna be out of a need. The thing is, I grew up very competitive. I'm a very competitive boy, and I grew up that way. Like my mom and dad, my mom particularly noticed very young. So I played tennis, basketball, football, rugby, American football, soccer, whatever Americans call it. Like, you can tell right here, there's American football. I played American football for 5 years all through high school. And there's soccer, or what we call German Bundesliga, and there's basketball. So my stream will tell you a lot. Even my team has there's a ball right there for my team in Germany, Mainz 05. And I have to also come clean and admit I'm not having as much fun in quick play as I was having in competitive. I like betting against the other guy and obviously beating the hell out of him and getting the rank. I do enjoy this competitive edge and I miss it. A hiatus was needed. I needed to detox from the toxicity of the game. It's not the responsibility of other people to, it's the internet. It's competitive. It's just the way it is. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be like that. I'm sorry if the camera keeps shifting focus. It's because that light keeps blinking. But I will make a comeback to it for my own competitive needs to scratch that itch, because my competitiveness hasn't left me yet. Like, I'm not an old guy, not yet. And my competitive urges are stronger than ever. The greatest outlet I've had in the last 10 years for my competitive needs has been Overwatch. And I have to be really upfront about that with you guys at YouTube and everyone else over at Twitch. I'm going to go live at Twitch in a bit because it's 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and I purposely want to stream when no one's awake so I can get my adjustment back in. there's a there's a what's the word called in English? Like a hiatus. You know, I needed a hiatus from the game, and the Overwatch video I did saying I was leaving the game because of so many things is false. I will take responsibility for that. That video was not accurate. It came from a place of really great distress because I had been thinking about leaving the game and leaving competitive for over a year, and I promised my audience or my Twitch and YouTube that I would stick around in Overwatch competitive till the end of this year, till the 10-year mark approached. And I feel like I tapped out midway at the wrong point, 3-4 months before the year ended, and I feel really bad about that. When I was in Istanbul, just laying on the hotel bed next to my wife, and I was scrolling through all my content, I was scrolling through TikTok and YouTube and Twitch. It didn't go the way I wanted to go. That was not the direction I wanted to leave people. That was not the impression I wanted to give people in Overwatch either, or new people catching me up on YouTube, my little channel here. The thing is, I am an Overwatch tank. I'm not going to pretend to be a tank for World of Warcraft. I'm new to World of Warcraft to some extent. I know Marvel Rivals pretty well. I've been doing that since the beginning. So I'm a Overwatch tank and a Marvel Rivals tank. I'm a Reinhardt and a Thor. And I know that very well. I know these things inside and out. And I'm developing my skills and my tanking skills in Warcraft. I'm developing in League of Legends. I'm developing in CSGO because I played Battlefield 6 back in the day before, this. I think coming clean and being upfront about these things is really good, and being transparent, and that's what I wanted to do today. By the way, do I sound nice? And my actual voice is very deep and very dark, so I put a filter on the shore. It's called light. It should make me sound a bit more friendly and nicer. My mom used to whip me about that. When puberty hit me like a truck, and she said, "You don't sound very friendly." I was like, "I know, Mom, but I can't control that." So hopefully with the microphone, I'll sound a bit more friendly and nicer to you guys those of you who catch this video. So I will be picking up my Reinhardt hammer, going back into competitive. I feel good about taking the hiatus. A break was good. Those of you who catch this video, if you ever feel like the toxicity is too much, or you're stressed out from a game, or you're just not having a good time as you should be having, I highly recommend taking a detox. Just play other games, play other modes, do other things in real life. I'm not saying run off to Turkey with your wife to get perspective. I'm very fortunate in that sense, but seriously, take a break, reevaluate, take a breather, watch a movie, spend some couple weeks playing other games, play other modes. For me, it just got to a point where the competitiveness, really, I missed it. I don't miss the toxicity in it, obviously. That's something I'll leave to the big giant of Blizzard. They can handle toxicity pretty well. I'm sure they'll find some way to fix that. But all things said, I wanted to come clean and be upfront in this video. There's very little editing in this one. It's actually live. And I hope that nobody else makes my mistake of making an overreaction of a video saying you're leaving the game and you come back a month later. I have a certain amount of games I keep in my bag that I work on, or games that I'm really good at. Of all the games I've ever played in my entire life, all of them, Overwatch has been the most I spent the most amount of time on. I spent a lot of years of my life on Overwatch. I have way more positive experiences the last 7 to 8 years in Overwatch than with any other game. So I'm going to be also very, very clean about that. Overwatch has more good than bad for me personally, because out of 10 years, I would say 8 to 9 years of that really been amazing. Overwatch 2, I've had my beef with it, and it's constructive beef, like anyone else would have on any game. It's something about just improving certain systems, improving certain roles, improving certain skills, wanting certain balances, making the game a bit more less toxic, just general vibe like that. So those of you who see this video, please bear with me. A perspective change was needed, and I'm also going to be changing my attitude towards the streaming on YouTube. I feel like I hide a lot of my competitive nature. I hide it because my competitive nature is very, very bad. Like it's really like it's a raging monster. Like I when I play football, you know, this one, I I got into a lot of fights on the field. A lot. I have scars on my body from football. There's a scar on my chin, in my beard, somewhere. Here, that patch that's missing, that's gone forever. That's from my helmet. I got into a confrontation with another guy. He knows who he is from. You know who you are. I took my helmet off. He took his helmet off. His helmet hit my face, and my helmet hit his face, and it turned into a brawl. And when I've been playing Overwatch competitive, that comes out. Like those of you who watch my stream on YouTube and watch me on Twitch, you guys know very firsthand that there are certain streams where I don't have a filter on, and I'm not being Mr. Twitch, where I say some really effed up stuff. I get really hyped and I get really mean, and really, it's not mean like mean, but it's competitive, you know, like just like I drop that guy, and I try not to curse a lot. There's something I swear very very little, but if I get very competitive, I swear a lot, and I talk a lot of smack. So I kind of just want to just I'm gonna be more transparent. I'm gonna come back to competitive tanking. I'm gonna be more transparent, and I'm gonna try my best to show a bit more of me into my streams and YouTube now. And I'm also gonna take off this filter. This is not how I actually talk in real life, but I will try to slowly bring out the competitive tank and share that with you guys. I feel like there's been a really big mask, and I'm gonna take that off. I don't want to. I'm gonna be really transparent. That's my goal, and I'm not gonna stress myself out and stress anyone else out with competitive, just for a few ranks. I'm gonna go in there to have fun, to scratch my itch, my competitive quell, or my competitive knees, and then move on to learning more games. I want my library to be very fun, expansive, and different. So whoever watches me on YouTube, you guys know, or people who watch me on Twitch, you guys know I keep a diverse amount of stuff, but my specialties will remain the same. My specialty will always be Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, and World of Warcraft. Everything else will be on the rise to be a specialty. Something I'll be working towards and giving my honest feedback from somebody who's been playing Overwatch for 10 years and someone's been playing World of Warcraft and Marvel Rivals since the beginning. Like, I'm gonna give you guys. I've not played not Marvel Rivals, Warcraft since the beginning. I've done that only for like 2 years, but I played Marvel Rivals since the beginning. I played Overwatch since the beginning. So sorry about my voice fading in and out. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm doing this with no script and barely any editing. I'm a stilles Wasser kind of guy. I don't do a lot of Germans. Not actually, I think it's dying off. I don't know who thought about putting gas in water, but it's not been a good idea. In Germany, most of us drink this without gas. I don't know who thought of why. If you go to Reva and look for gas water, it's always full. No one's buying it. Since I was a kid, I don't know who's buying that. I don't know why. For what? Okay, I'm deviating. Sorry. Wo war ich? Ich sag was. Yes. So, yeah, I'm coming back, making a return. Those of you who follow me on YouTube, you'll see me on YouTube doing all this fun stuff. I actually will be streaming primarily a bit more to YouTube and doing more videos with a lot less edits, more real, raw content. Like, if those of you who follow my YouTube channel, it's always me talking. It's always my voice. It's always me sitting here talking to you, or it's always me streaming. There's nothing AI generated on my channel. Like, I'm a real person. Look at me. This is a real guy. Look, it's Zelda. No, Zelda. There's actually a Stormtrooper helmet over there. Let me show you guys. This is the bang. That's my actual background. I did a whole thing with the Overwatch there just to show Overwatch. But yeah, this is Stormtrooper helmet. Storm, Squirtle, Minecraft, football. Another Stormtrooper. Game of Thrones. Bundesliga. That's what we call in Germany football, like soccer. There's basketball, and there's my team, Mainz 05, my Bundesliga team, my German team. Love those guys. So with all that being said, I'll see you guys over at YouTube and Twitch, and we'll be having lots of fun in Overwatch again. And I will not be hiding anything from you. We're going to be very transparent. How I play Overwatch is how you're going to see me. How I view Overwatch is how you will see me. And I'm going to give you my honest feedback as a tank. How I view all of you crazy maniacs out there. But for now, we'll just say big flex. Viktor out. See you soon over at the Tanking Life.